Guru Nation, we are doing episode 100 of Random Musings from the Clinical Trials Guru podcast. It's going to be uploaded either later today or early tomorrow, so on Wednesday, November 15th. But we actually have two questions we got from viewers, and we're just going to do a Cliff Notes version of it here. So the first one's about patient recruitment. So the question was, hey, I got a new website, right? I got a new patient lead from my website, which first of all, let me just say, if you're designing a website, and by the way, I can do this for you for an extra fee, right? I charge $850, but I'll get you a nice website done. You should put patient capture forms everywhere on your website, because you can start building up a database. So this is exactly what we did for this one person. We got a website for them, and then they started getting patients, like leaving their information on their website, which is good. So this person asked, okay, I got patients leaving their info, a patient leaving their information on my new website. What do I do? What do you do? And so you don't have a study, but what do you do with them? So Chris, you want to answer that? And we're going to go much more in depth on the podcast on this topic, like 30 minutes long, but for now, just the Cliff Notes version.
No, you should gather a little more information if possible, right? Hopefully they've left some contact information. Ask them what have they been diagnosed with in the past, maybe medications they're taking, and let them know you'll contact them when a study that fits what they currently have or one that they might be interested, contact them and let them know.
What I recommend, and we're going to get into this in greater detail on the podcast, is you want to increase your touch points with patients. So patients right now, the biggest thing you're trying to build up is trust. You want to increase your touch points. So even if you don't have a study, first of all, this is why I advocate you get those phase 4 studies, because you can almost put anyone in those studies. And so hopefully you can put your patient in a simple study just so that they get accustomed to what a clinical trial is. We actually do this well at Global. We have, some Alzheimer's big studies, and then we have that one survey registry study. So to get their feet wet, right, we get them in the small study. Then they start to understand who the staff are, what a research study is all about. They see that we don't bite. And then
that's a prime example of, in this situation, where you can make money gathering or having your touch points and gathering patient data, in the sense that they can be in both studies, right? They can be in the one study, and since there's no product, it's just gathering information, they can be in another study at the same time.
Now, if you don't have any study, what you could do is bring them in and just pay them $20 to $40 for their time and just pre-screen them, like for future studies that you might have. So you can do that. You can also put them in survey studies from Apple, the Apple Store, Google Play. We're going to get more into that on the podcast. But just another touch point. And, if it's $20 or $40 that you have to pay them, it's like a customer acquisition cost. We're going to get into more of that in the actual podcast on episode 100. One more thing, the PI experience. So if your PI doesn't have experience or has, for example, if your PI, and this is another one we're going to get into on the podcast, if your PI has experience in Alzheimer's for 6 years, but has 20 years of clinical research experience in other indications, when you get an Alzheimer's and they ask you, years of experience, put your best foot forward. And what I mean by that is go with 20 years. Don't just limit yourself.
Include everything. Everything. Just not everything. Right? Include everything. It's just not what is specific to any given
say it
trial.
Again. Say it.
Everything.
That's it. And go to episode 100, Random Musings of the Clinical Trials Guru, but just wanted to get a little one for YouTube today. Talk to you all soon, and take care. Bye-bye.
I was trying to see how many people were watching.